Yeah, so good morning on Facebook. This is Amy at Mystic Fitness for our Power Yoga class on Saturday morning. Sorry for the late start, but I hope you're still there. We're in the studio today on our backs, and we're just doing some breathing together, paying attention to our breath, staying in this present moment, not setting an intention because that puts us into the future, and not thinking about the past week. Instead, choosing to be in this present moment. We do that just by breathing. So let's take an inhale, fill up your belly, and fill up your lungs. And exhaling, emptying out your belly and emptying your lungs. Just ride your own wave of beautiful breath. Let it all go. Let go of anything that's holding you tightly. Let your mind wander. Remove all those thoughts and ideas that restrain you. And let's just have a completely free practice today. Please start by bringing your knees up in the air and putting one hand over each knee. And we're just going to stir the knees, drawing them toward our chest and away from our chest, opening and closing the thighs. Just taking circular motions or any motions you like to take with the legs. Make sure you're applying breath to your movements. Opening up that lower back by spreading the legs. Good. And then wrap your arms around your shins. Just hold yourself nice and tightly. Squeeze. And you can roll back and forth if you want to. Ultimately, we'll sit up. We'll face the back of the room, the paintings, just for our first Om of the morning together. So facing paintings. Yeah. Bringing hands to heart center. Lift up out of the lower back. And together we'll start our class with the sacred sound of Om. So first a cleansing breath in and a breath out. Next breath in is followed by the sound of Om. So inhale. Students, enjoy your practice. Bring your knees up again, hug them, and lie all the way back again. So you're going to squeeze back into that little burrito, and you're going to roll right back down. Good. Let's stir those knees one more time. So just stir away, opening and closing. Good. We're going to take our right shin inside our 10 interlaced fingers and take a wind removing pose. Release your left leg to the floor. Let it rest. So you use hand strength and bicep strength to really squeeze the right thigh to the right of your rib cage. Relax your shoulders, relax your head back. Breath in and squeeze that thigh firmly. I like to add a little functional movement to my wind removing pose. So I take my left leg, keep it straight, lift it up and down. Relax your head down on the floor if you can. Good. So just some nice functional movement in your wind relieving pose. That's it, George. Very nice for opening that low back. And the next time your left heel is on the floor, we take some lateral movements, okay? So you're going to tap your left heel out to the left just about an inch, tap, and then another inch, tap, and another inch, tap, and then you're going to tap it in, inch, inch, inch. And try that again, tapping out, tap, 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 and tapping in, tap, tap, tap. Nice. Let's raise that left leg up again for me. You can bend the left knee. Let's grab the left shin for wind removing pose on the left. So using your hand strength and your biceps, guys, give that shin a good squeeze. Make sure your shoulders and your head are nicely relaxed. And the left thigh comes to the left of that rib cage and we squeeze. Pardon me. So breathe in, breathe into that nice squeeze in that hip crease. This is a great massage for the organs. Let's raise that right leg, some functional movement added. Up and down and up and down. Going as slow or quickly as you wish. The next time the right heel is on the floor, we're going to tap it out. Tap, 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 and tap it in. Tap, 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 and tap it out, and tap it in. Couple more times. Good, guys. Let's raise that right leg up again. Yeah, bend the knee, grabbing both shins. We squeeze. And rolling forward and back. You're going to try to build momentum and apply your core strength and find that nice seated position. Awesome. At this point, guys, spin around, face the front. That was great. Good. I'd like you to take your hips and bring them back a little bit and then lay on your forearms here. So right now it's kind of like you're at the beach. Yeah. Drop your head back, take a supported fish pose to open the chest a little. Try not to collapse into those shoulders. Pretend there's a string on your heart, and that string is suspended from the ceiling. Good. If you'd like to try a reverse elbow plank, you can press into the heels and just gently raise your hips a little and lower them down. Let's take a few of these. Raise and lower. Now use your shoulder strength. Don't sink into those shoulders. Keep shoulders right above elbows. Lifting up. Good, Mona. And down. And one more time for me. Up and down. Okay. We go right into our ab work because I know that's why you guys come on Saturday morning, right? Okay, here we go, guys. So you're in this nice, like, beach relaxed pose. Like you're just people watching on the beach. Okay, looks good. Here we go. Heels come up though, so it's not that relaxed. Point those toes, squeeze the legs. All right, my loves. Knees to chest and pump it out. Knees to chest and pump it out. So I learned this one from Nisa and I love it. I showed it to Erin and she said, Amy, and we started to do it together. She said, Amy, I could do this forever. So those were our teachers. That's what us teachers do in our spare time. We talk fitness. It's a very body-friendly core exercise, isn't it? It feels okay. Let's take 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. How beautiful. Heels hover, yes? Let's take some horizontal scissors. Open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close, open, close. 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Ah, heels come down. Supported fish. Raise the heart. Drop your head. Breathe in and breathe out. Hey, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Let's rise up. Bring that right shin inside 10 interlaced fingers. So now it's sort of like a seated wind relieving pose. I want you to play with this in order to find space in the low back. Okay, so our lumbar spine, lift up out of it, creating space. Roll the shoulders down and back, and find the length that exists in your neck, in your cervical spine. Okay, so I want you to just use this as a way to really stretch your spine up. And keeping that neck nice and long now, we look over right shoulder, nice twist, and looking over left shoulder. Okay, so the twists that we're more used to involve twisting at the mid-back. I'm asking you to twist from the cervical spine, the neck. So one more time, just look over right and look over left. And we'll get into the mid-back later. Good. Drop the thigh down. Circle sweep high. Belly draws in. Find length first. And then we reach for that right foot. Now, as you know, Mother Amy has very tight hamstrings, so I can't reach my foot. I go for my calf. Or I use a strap. A lot of times I use my strap. Good, guys. Let's rise back up. Now we are going to bring that knee up again, and we are going to take that twist to the right. So just put your left hand over your right knee, sit up tall, and now we take that nice twist. Don't go too deeply, though. Early in your practice, you don't want to strain anything. Okay, let's go back to center. And we'll switch out our legs, right? So the left knee comes up and the right leg flattens. Interlacing your fingers, sit up tall. So first establish space between the vertebrae. Relax the shoulders. Breathe. Good. And just we'll do the neck twist. So just look over one shoulder and the other. And what this leg, the left leg, is doing is just providing support to keep that spine nice and long and straight and upright as you gently twist your neck. Good. And then we'll drop that leg, yes? And just take a forward fold here. So sweep up, lift, and fold. Reaching for that flexed right foot. Feed this posture breath. Yeah. Okay, loves. Let's rise back up. We'll bring that knee up. And we'll take that mid-back twist over to the left. Don't go deeply. We're just introducing the body to these movements. Beautiful. Awesome, guys. Yeah, bring the heels together and make a diamond shape with your legs. You can hold your ankles and just squeeze your thighs down using your elbows. Option here to keep the spine long and flat and press belly toward heels, or round and bring your head toward your heels. So whatever your body's feeling today. Okay. From here, we graduate to tabletop. So facing the front, you're going to plant your hands on the ground, knees behind you. And here's your hips above your knees and your shoulders above your wrists for your tabletop position. Take some cows and cats. You'll arch, inhaling. And you'll round and tuck, exhaling. So we inhale and we exhale. And we inhale and we exhale. And if you'd like to expand your range of motion, do so. Separate your hands a little more further apart. Separate your knees a little further apart. And then just start to explore with your hips the territory on your mat. Yeah? So like if you had a crayon coming out of your belly button, it would be making big circles, or maybe it makes hearts on the mat. And you can explore child's position or upward facing dog, or just take a scan of your body through these beautiful fluid movements. When you scan your body, you figure out which parts need some more TLC and which parts are feeling strong today. Good. We're going to land here in tabletop proper, which means the hands are below the shoulders and the hips are below the knees. Those of you just returning to a hot practice, I want you to make sure you take care of yourselves, okay? You know my classes, they get pretty hot. So anytime you need to lie down, okay? Even those of you on camera, you lie down anytime you want to lie down. This is not a show. This is self-care. Okay, so what I like to do here in tabletop now is to extend the right leg behind us, toes on the floor, okay? Stretching that leg and just pushing forward and back through your heel to try to find some length in that right hamstring. So we're just stretching the right hamstring, just back and forth. And if the left knee needs some cushioning, you can roll up your mat a little bit and cushion it. Or put a face cloth. If you brought your face cloths from home, you can do that. Okay, cushion that left knee. Good. So just rolling back and forth. Now we're going to activate that right glute, and we're going to raise the right leg. Okay, and you're going to try to keep it parallel to the floor. So students, maybe peek at yourselves in that side mirror and make sure that leg's nice and long and straight back behind you. Good. We're going to tap it down 10 times, keeping it straight. Okay, so tap and lift, tap and lift, tap and lift. Nice light tapping, okay? And we have 5 more. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Good. All right, guys, bring the knee underneath you. And you're going to step into your marriage proposal. Okay, so with marriage proposal, the right knee is above the right foot, and this is a lunge. You want to really make sure the hips are stable here. There's 3 different positions I'd like to do in marriage proposal today. I use a block for some of them. So the first thing we're going to do is work the shoulders, okay? So I really want some shoulder mobility and strengthening. And a really nice way to do that is to make little fists, and you're just going to run a little, okay? And look at your form. And this is, you push back those elbows just to a point where you feel it in the shoulder muscles. And what I don't want is sinking into the hips. Those hips keep you stable. And the only things moving are the arms. And then the next posture are arm circles. So the arms go out and you make circles forward. This is all for shoulder mobility and strengthening. Often we're in down dog and planks and we haven't prepared adequately for that level of exercise. Let's do the opposite direction. Good. And from there, my favorite exercise, we've been doing this now for 2 months. I'm in love with halo. If you have your block, use a block. And if you don't, you're going to magnetize those wrists. And the wrists stay together no matter where the arms go. Okay, wrists stay together. So that's called magnetic wrists. So I'm going to use a block. It starts in my heart. Keep that spine long and tall. Keep this very strong. We raise the block above us, or the wrists. We make 2 large circles above the head to the right. 1 and 2. And 2 large circles to the left. So this has been a life-changing posture for me personally. And then we bring our hands back down. Yeah? Second set. Up, 2 to the right. If your knees are bothering you, roll up your mat. That's what I normally do. 2 to the left. As big circles as you can, and down. And third set, we lift. 2 to the right. 1, 2, and 2 to the left. Fantastic. Let's bring that block down. You guys are great. Return the right knee back. And actually, I'm going to do that right now. I'm going to make a little cushion with this mat. Okay. And here we are in tabletop again. So find your tabletop. My knees are on a little cushion. My left leg's going to shoot back, toes on the floor. And here we go. Push heel back and forth. Back and forth, stretching your left hamstring. And then raise, come to tabletop proper. That would mean your right hip is above your right knee, not in front of it, not behind it. Raise the left leg. We do 10 taps here, guys, okay? Use that left glute. Tap, 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 tap. 5 more. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Brilliant. Let's bring the knee to our chest and then step that left foot. And here's your marriage proposal on the left side. Important that you do this side too. Figure out the evenness of your hip strength. Okay, tailbone points down. Lower body's lifted, so the Mula Bandha plays an important role here. We're going to start running. This is for shoulder strength and mobility. Beautiful. Let's take those arm circles, okay? Arms out. Big circles forward, as large as you can make them. And backwards. And you can do this at your desk every day. You can do it online at the supermarket. People might look at you, but who cares? All right. Let's take that block or magnetize our wrists and take our final set of halo. Okay, so it's 3 sets. Start at heart. Raise the arms above you. 2 large circles to the left. 1, 2. 2 large circles to the right. 1, 2. And hands to prayer. Second set, lift, left. 1, 2. Right. Try not to move the torso. And heart. Last set. Up. Circle 1. Circle 2. Right. Circle 1. Circle 2. And down. Brilliant. You guys are great. Tabletop proper. So bring that left knee down. Inhale, you arch. And exhale, you round. Go back and forth, cows and cats. And find your child's pose, bringing your hips down on your heels. Spread those thighs. How do those shoulders feel? How do your arms feel? Tune into that. Stretching them forward is going to feel amazing. Take a breath in and a breath out. All right, guys, fantastico. Let's come to our tabletop proper, please. Yep. Extend that right leg back. We're going to raise it. Okay. This time, you pull the thigh to the chest and then kick back out. Tap the toe down like we did before and lift it up. So tuck, kick, tap, lift. Tuck, kick, tap, lift. Tuck, kick, tap, lift. Option to add that left arm. Up, tuck, kick, out. I'm keeping my arm down. I'm so uncoordinated, but I can do the leg work. Let's try 10 of these, guys. Tap, lift, tuck, kick, tap, lift, tuck, kick, tap, lift, tuck, kick, tap, lift, tuck, kick, tap, lift, tuck, kick. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Ah, you guys did great. Bring the foot down and just push forward and back. Beautiful, guys. Let's bring that knee down. Separate your knees. Circle those hips. And we're going to try the other side, okay? Here we go, guys. Stretch that left leg out, toes on the floor, heel pushes forward and back. Let's try a couple on the left side first. We lift, we tuck, we kick, we tap. We lift, we tuck, we kick, we tap. So just take a few of those to figure it out. And then we'll do our 10 count. Here we go. Tap, lift, tuck, kick. Tap, lift, tuck, kick. tap, lift, tuck, kick, tap, lift, tuck, kick, tap, lift, tuck, kick. 5 more. 4 more. 3 more. 2 more. Last one. Ah, y'all did great. Plant the foot, push forward and back. And then we take that knee to the floor. Separate the knees. Circle those hips for me. And let's build on this core strength, okay? Eventually we will rise, I promise you. Tabletop proper. Tuck your toes under and raise your knees 1 inch off the floor. This is a core workout. It's called bear pose. And straight out of Men's Health magazine, you go from bear to high plank. Step the right foot back and the left foot back. High plank position. Step right foot in and left foot in, bear pose. Knees come down. Arch the spine, inhale. Curl the spine, exhale. Tabletop proper. Lift the knees for bear. Left foot steps, right foot steps, high plank position. Left foot steps back in, right foot steps back in, bear. Drop your knees, arch your spine, inhale. Round your spine, exhale. Okay, 1 more set on each side. Tabletop proper, knees lift. Here's your step out, right, left, plank. Step it in, right, left, bear. Knees come down, we arch, inhale. We round, exhale. We find tabletop proper. Lift the knees. Left steps back, right steps back, plank. Step it in, bear. Knees come down, arch, and round. All right, students, I'd love for you to revisit that bear pose, lifting those knees to a hover. And lift the hips. Finally, she got us into down dog, right? This is what everybody came for. Let your head hang heavy, students. Walk that dog. Start pressing 1 heel at a time into the ground. Bend 1 knee at a time. And I'm going to steal from Erin's class again. We're going to do our plank rolls here to really develop those quads. So hips high up, knees down to a hover like you're a pouncing cat. And roll forward into that high plank using control. Squeeze those thighs. Let's try it again. Hips lift up, knees down to hover. Slow roll forward into your high plank. 5 more. 1. Are you guys sweating? Yay. 2. 3. You see all that arm work we did? Really comes in handy now. And the last thing I want you to do in this high plank for me is scapular retraction, my new favorite posture. Staying in that plank or tabletop, you lower the shoulder bone 1 inch and then you raise it. Lower and raise. The elbows never bend. Lower and raise. Lower and raise. Now, option here to go into your elbow plank for scapular retraction. Toes are tucked and lower and raise. Lower and raise. Lower and raise. All right. Step those hands back for plank. Pick the hips up high. Bend those knees like that pouncing cat. But this time, prepare for flight, guys. We're doing the real deal. Look forward, walk or hop to your hands. Yay, she's finally got us up. Yeah, take a little break here. Take a rag doll. So what I want you to do is release some of that pressure on the arms and shoulders that we just produced. You're going to just let it hang. Good. And maybe toe heel the feet closer to one another. And using the feet firmly grounded, press the mat away from you as you rise up finally to your first stance. Two arms sweep up high, and they can handle this because of all that shoulder work we did. And prayer hands come to your heart center. Deep breath in, guys, and breathe it out. You thought we'd never make it up here, did you? All right, well, we're going to do a side bend, okay? So right arm relaxes, left arm comes up high. Just take a side bend. And one on the other side. Yeah, I like the breathing I'm hearing. And the next time we take it to the right, we actually take it into a twist, okay? So the right arm sweeps back, and you twist. And then back to center, and twist open to the left. So we're going to try that again. Side bend, side bend. Twist, and twist. One more time. I just want to build some muscle memory here. And the twist. And the twist. All right, loves. Come back to center. Close the hands in prayer and draw them towards your heart. Ground here. Here's our sequence. We circle, sweep arms up high, and the right thigh comes up with us. Okay? So you're really working those side abs. Working the abs stronger by keeping arms up in the air. Relax those shoulders. Remember all that shoulder work we did? Deep breath in, and you're going to high twist this to the right. Okay, so here's your twist, but on one leg. Good. Back to center. That right leg flies behind you, and it lands in crescent lunge position. Yeah? Good job. Take your time. Beautiful. Now high twist to the left on this left-sided crescent lunge. Good. And back to crescent lunge proper. We're going to do 2 more sets, okay? So you push off, find that standing knee. Employ all the core muscles to keep you here strongly. High twist to right. Center. Step it back. Take your time. Crescent lunge. High twist to left. And lift it up. Here's your third set. Rise. High twist. Those of you just returning back to yoga today, you're doing amazing. Center. Crescent lunge. High twist to left. Good. And back to crescent lunge proper. From here, guys, we take it to our woodcutter pose. So the hands close in prayer above your head, making like an axe. Okay, imagine that this is an axe. First thing I'd love for you to do with that axe is try to touch the ceiling with it. Okay, let's stretch that beautiful chest. The inhale pulls you up toward the ceiling, knees stay bent, and your exhale glides that axe to the left of your left thigh, like you're chopping wood. Stay there and separate your hands for a beautiful crescent twist. Here's that mid-back twisting I promised you earlier. And then close the hands. Rise back up, Axeman. Nice Wellington. Here we go. Two more. Slice, open, close, and rise. Third set. Slice, open, close, and rise. How beautiful, students. High twisted to the left here, pushing the energy with those hands. A lot of times the movements can just be moving energy, especially if your body doesn't feel like moving, just move the energy. Left hand to the back of right thigh as we find that beautiful twisted back bend in crescent lunge. Reach that right arm up and breathe. And your transition from here is going to be to warrior two. To get there, propel the arms and drop the right heel, and you'll find yourselves in warrior two facing that side mirror. And these look pretty darn good. So the left knee is bent, the arms are long, the shoulders are soft. And since we've been doing a bunch of shoulder work, let's raise the shoulders and lower them, and raise them and lower. Yeah. Rotate the limbs as well. Here's something that never gets done. Rotating limbs. And when the palms are facing the ceiling, your breath in takes you into a reversed warrior. Yeah. Good. And your breath out takes you into five-pointed star. So you're going to bring the arms back to warrior two. You're going to push through left leg. You're going to pivot on your left heel and face that side mirror for that five-pointed star. How do the arms feel? Are they a little tired today? Yeah, we worked them. You're going to feel so good. Let's bring the hands behind us, interlace those fingers, and squeeze those shoulder blades. Yes, Gloria. Lifting chest, and then lowering down slow and steady. The weight goes in the balls of the feet here, if possible. The arms rise up. What I'd love to do here is release the hands, bring them to the floor. We're going to bend that mid back again, or twist it. Left hand stays on the ground and the right arm reaches up. And change your sides. Beautiful. Coming down. Arms out to sides. Draw your insides of your thighs toward each other. Engage your abdominals to strongly lift up. So don't pull from the back. I want you to push from the deep core to rise up safely. And then pivot on that left heel, pivoting on both heels, returning to second warrior on the left side. Beautiful, students. Propel the arms, step that right foot forward to meet the left. Tadasana pose. We got there. Feel free to drink or rest whenever you want to. Yeah. We're going to do that on the other side. Take your drinks first for sure. If you're at home or later on today, if you want some more of that beautiful shoulder strengthening and to work those shoulders, you take a strap and just go forward and back like this. That's really going to feel good later on, okay? Up, down, side to side. So with all the scapular retraction we did. All right. That's a little side note. Let's take the left side when you're ready, students. Circle, sweep those arms up high, breathe. With that, you carry that left knee up. Yeah. So what I want to avoid is this. My shoulders are not earrings. Yes. High twist to left. And center. Finding crescent lunge. Oh, some of you enter airplane on the way. And high twist to right. Push that energy. Nice, Donna. Back to your center. Okay, second set. Knee lifts. Some people call this, Cat calls it Karate Kid pose. She does this with her fingers. Okay, high twist to left. And back to neutral. Crescent lunge. High twist to right. Center. Third set, loves. Here we go. A lot of strength here. High twist to left. Center. Crescent. High twist to right. Lovely. And bring it back to crescent lunge. Proper. Good. We'll bring our hands together in our prayer. Yeah, you can pull them down, but let's pull them up. And heart as though it is on a string, and that string's attached to the ceiling. So lift that chest, open it wide. Boy, you're going to feel this all along these muscles tomorrow. Here's our woodcutter pose, okay? So here we go. We take one slice to the right. We open the arms. We close the arms. And we lift back up. And we take two more. Slice. I love the breathing I'm hearing. Sounds very healthy. Lift. One more time, guys. Slice. Open. Close. And rise up. Here's your high twist to the right. Push that energy. Take that right hand, place it behind left thigh. Left arm lifts up. So breathe in and bend back. Finding that beautiful back bend. Feet breath. And then rolling the left heel down, cartwheeling the arms, warrior two on the right. You'll be facing these bars. And I'd like you just to rotate limbs, lift shoulders up and down. Oh, when the palms are facing the ceiling, it's a good opportunity to reverse that warrior. Breathe. And from here, the transition is to five-pointed stars. So the arms come down, the right leg lengthens, and you pivot on that right heel for your five-pointed star. And this time in five-star, we're going to do lateral lunging, okay? So you're going to put the weight over that right leg and take a side lunge. Arms can do whatever they dream. And then lift up and find that on the left. Okay, and lift up and the right. And lifting up and lifting up. And just take some lateral lunges at your own pace. Beautiful work, everybody. Beautiful work. We're going to land laterally on the right. And turn that into warrior two position at your best leisure. Propelling those arms, cartwheeling them. The left foot now steps forward to meet the right. We're almost down on the ground again. How do you guys feel? I could use a little torso rolling. I don't know about you. Feet are at the edges of the mat, hands are on hips, and we just kind of torso roll here. Maybe some side to side. Good. We'll finish up our standing with tree pose. Does that sound like a plan? All right. So the left foot comes to center. Spread your toes and ground that foot solidly. And bring the right toes on the floor and open and close that right thigh. And when it's nice and open and comfortable, you can leave it where it is, and that's tree. Or you can start to crawl that foot up your left leg as high or low as makes sense for you today. Let's find that beautiful tree. Option to grow the lotus flower. Edges of pinky and thumb come together, elbows touch. Push those arms up and then sprinkle your seeds. One more time. Fantastic. You just have to feel it. That's it. Posture release. Those were beautiful. Okay, left side, last side. So we plant that right foot, spread your toes, ground, root. Okay, if the roots aren't strong, that's when we fall. So find your rooting. Left toes, pivot. Right. Good, Stacy. Right into it. Beautiful. Everyone's on their own gorgeous journey. We'll never understand anyone else's journey. We can just hear the beautiful stories that they tell us. One more breath. Good. And we will release that tree down. You guys did great. All right. So a little bit of a shortened standing series today. I hope that's okay with you. We spent a bunch of time in tabletop. Let's take it back down. Okay, do a little more core work and then some of the large muscle deep stretches. I've got a twist in there too. I want to again do a nice rotation of the mid-spine, the thoracic spine. So let's try to get to that if we can. Arms up high, inhale, sweep. Exhale, forward fold. Hands on the ground, inhaling, flat back, that halfway lift. Let's work our core right in here from our halfway lift. You step back and hold in that plank. Okay, if you're too tired for plank, guys, just drop those knees. Your tabletop is just as good as plank. Do not let anybody else tell you differently. Toes are tucked under. Here we go. Scapular retraction, keeping the arms straight. Lower the shoulder bone and raise the shoulder bone. Lower and raise. It should only be 1 or 2 inches of movement, very little. Good. We're going to come down on the elbows. Here's your elbow plank. What I'd like you to try to do is come side plank on the right elbow. Okay, so that's your side plank on right elbow. If that's not available, you're going to bring your hips down. This is just as good. Okay, if you can muster up that side plank, then go for it. Here's your reach and row again to build upper back strength here. We reach that arm over our head and then follow the hand with your gaze. You're going to make a fist, bend the elbow, and draw behind you. Follow it with your gaze. We reach and we row. We reach and we row. We reach, row. One more. Beautiful. Hips come down. You still with me, my loves? All right. Let's take the other side. Here's your reach and row. All righty. Just 5. Reach and row. Reach and row. Reach and row. 2 more. Last one. Nice, Cheryl. Nice, Donna. And take it down. All right. On your bellies. Good, Michelle. Awesome. Right into a back strengthener. Cobra. Here we go. Hands below your shoulders. Squeeze the buttocks. Stretch your toes to the back of the room. Squeeze your quads. Hip bones are on the floor. We inhale, we rise up. We exhale, we lower. In lowering, now extend the arms. Inhale, raise legs and arms. Exhale, lower. Cobra, just the chest. Push your pubic bone into the floor. Lower. Airplane, extend the arms, legs rise, chest rises, and down. One more set, my loves. Hands under shoulders, lift. Lower. Extend, lift, and lower. We did it. Quad stretch, okay? Grab that right foot with both hands. Face is on the floor. I don't want anyone taxing their lower back here. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Pull the knee to the back of the room. Stretch the quad, and then lift the quad. Good. Lower on down. Let's try the other side, okay? Left knee bends, grab your foot or ankle behind you, thighs together. First things first, pull your thigh toward the back of the room. Squeeze your heel toward your hiney. Make sure the front of your left hip bone is flush on the floor. And then see if you can't raise that left thigh up. And down. Beautiful work. All right. We're going to go into a push-up if you got it. Down dog. Knees come down. Turn around, lie down on your backs. Let your heads face the front and your feet face the back. You guys are doing great. Heads facing front and feet facing back. You got this. You want one more ab set, or are we ready for the deep stretches? Okay, who says abs? Raise your hands. Okay. Wow, I thought I burned you out already. Oh That's wonderful news. So you see, the more we do this, the stronger we get. Ha ha ha. Ha ha ha. All right, I do have 3 things I need to fit in here. So, where do I want to take you with abs? Where do I want to take you with abs? Fair enough. All right, stretch out nice and long in your stick pose, arms toward the front, toes toward the back. So just a nice full body stretch here. We'll bring our knees up. Okay, and your calves are parallel to the floor and your knees are above your hips. And this is going to be intra-body resistance. Put hands on thighs, press the thighs away from you, and let the thighs press toward the hands. Now, all the while, that low back is flat on the floor. And I really want you to feel that resistance. Thighs are not putting up with the hands are not putting up with the thighs behavior. So they're pressing against each other. Flatten the low back on the floor as you do this. Now you're going to keep the right hand on that right thigh, and those guys are going to keep pushing. Okay, left leg extends, left arm extends long. We inhale and touch the calf or shin with the left hand, and then we lower. We inhale and lift. We exhale and lower. All the while, the right side is working hard to keep that low back flat on the floor with resistance between the thigh and the hand. Let's try 5 more of these. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Nice work. Okay, squeeze your thighs. Bring them back above the hips. Push the thighs away from you using your hands. We're going to spend 30 seconds like this. Both hands squeezing. Breathe. Breathe. We're going to leave left hand on its station on that left thigh. We're going to extend right arm, right leg. Here we go. Touch and lower. Lift and lower. Lift and lower. 7 more. 6. Use muscle, not momentum. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Fantastic. Give yourself a squeeze, my loves. Feet plant on the ground. Pelvic tilt. The tailbone points to the back of the room and the pubic bone points to the front of the room. Tilting the pelvis and activating your mula bandha. That's the lower core matter. Okay, so the inner thighs, the buttocks, the lower abdomen, nice and strong. Squeeze those muscles. When they're fully firm, then you press into the feet and use your hamstrings to raise your hips. Shoulders can tuck under you. Here's our opportunity for reverse plank again. So if you're feeling strong in your bridge, walk the right foot out and the left foot out. Raised reverse bridge. And then walk the right foot back in and the left foot back in. Raised bridge. We lower down. We lift back up. Right foot steps, left foot steps. Right foot back in, left foot back in. Bridge lowers and bridge rises. Right foot steps out. Good. Left foot steps out. Raised reverse plank. Right foot steps in and left foot steps in. Bridge lowers. Okay, that one was hard, huh? I could see that. Let yourselves go. I got one more that's really interesting for me. Okay, and this is the T-spine rotation that I'm really in love with, and this will be it, and then we'll open the hips. So for T-spine rotation, stay in that bridge, lowered bridge. We'll span the arms out to the sides, and we're going to drop both knees to the right and stack the feet, stack the legs. Heels are off the floor. We take our left arm, follow it with your gaze, okay? That left arm is lifting up and over to the right, and then it's reopening back to the left. You feel that nice little twist? Take this a few times. Left arm up and over to the right, and then it reopens to the left. And one more time. Sweep and reopen. Okay. You're going to keep that left arm out to the left. The right hand comes over the left thigh. Okay, we're going to rotate the knees up and then back down to the right. We rotate the knees up and back down to the right. Knees up and down to the right. And one more time. Good, guys. Let's take it on the other side. Extend your right arm. Bring those knees back to center. Drop the knees to the left. Stack right leg over the left. Soles of feet are not on the floor. Right arm stretches. Right arm lifts above us and closes over to the left. And then right arm reopens. Take some of these. They're gorgeous. Let your body open. Yoga is so hip-based, and to even out all that strengthening and opening of the hips, we need a class that focuses on the chest and shoulders. Keep your peace no matter who's knocking on your door, okay? Opening that right arm, leave it open. Left hand comes over the edge of the right thigh, and now the thighs rotate inward and back down to the left. Inward and up, and back down to the left. Inward and up, and back down to the left. Okay, last one. Beautiful. Your final hip opener is Supta Baddha Konasana. Bring the soles of your feet together and just open up your thighs. And you can take your thumbs and place them where the hip and the thigh meet and just push those thighs away from your core. Inflate your chest, belly draws in, let that spine lengthen for this absolutely beautiful final hip opener. Supta Baddha Konasana, so simple, often forgotten. When those thoughts come in your head, you say, thank you. I appreciate the idea, but right now I prefer to just focus on my breath. You can find your own peace no matter where you are or what's happening around you. I'm going to close out with these guys, shutting off the lights. This is Amy. We'll see you tomorrow at 9 a.m. with Murari. Thank you so much for tuning in. Love one another. Peace, everyone.